Hello, I'm Indigo Warrior and this is Aries for the month of August 2017 Angel Horoscope. So, I feel like there's a lot of changes in the air for you this month, Aries. I really do. And I feel that there's certain things that perhaps need to be addressed, maybe. The things that you're not necessarily aware of right now. So, it sounds quite exciting, to be honest. So let's begin, shall we? Obviously, the first card for you this month is the Ace of Aries. So there is a new beginning, and this card normally suggests that you are going to have quite a lot of luck this month, Aries. And obviously, if you've been having problems financially or with your time or with other people's support, there is going to be a change and you're going to have everything that you need. There's also a possibility that you could have, there's a change in job this month for you, or you could have a promotion. So at the moment, it sounds all exciting and it sounds all very sort of, positive. So let's see what next the angels would like to say. We've got friendship. Okay, so when the friendship card comes up, normally it can indicate either your friend, family, a loved one or a love interest perhaps. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is to do with your friends. However, I'm feeling that this may actually have something to do with friends, perhaps, for you, Aries, this month. And I feel like that the angels are telling me that perhaps because obviously there's this new change in the air, that perhaps some of you have got a new job and you're working with a friend, or a friend hooked you up with the job. I get this sense, and I feel like you're very, very happy about this, and you are more fulfilled with your life right now. I feel like friends are going to be very, very important to you, and that you might have a lot of time around other people this month, I sense, and that other people are going to really enjoy your company, Aries. I can feel this. Let's move on. Okay, so you've got Amethyst. So this is normally the psychic abilities, the behavioural patterns, and things to do with, the psychic abilities. So for some of you, obviously, if you are psychic yourself, then this month is going to be quite eye-opening for you, I feel. And I feel like that there's going to be a lot of changes that you're going to be consciously aware of, and that you're going to be seeing the world perhaps in a new way. I get this sense from Amethyst today, and I feel like that maybe someone in your life may be in need of some healing, perhaps, and that you are the best person to do this. I get this feeling from Amethyst. Next card we have for you is the base chakra. Now, when a chakra comes up in a reading, I always feel that it could be a block. The angels could be trying to tell you that you've got a block to this specific chakra. Now, I always feel that when it comes to the base chakra anyway, that there normally is an indication of the block, because especially with you this month, Aries, is that obviously with the first card that obviously you had, it was obviously you have a lot of luck around, there's new resources and money, time or support, and obviously a change in a job or a promotion. So now that we have the base chakra that has revealed and come forward, obviously, it's like this card obviously technically means choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, and finances, as your words determine your outcome. Now, Aries, I get the sense that because I know that you lovely beings are you don't want people to see you as if you're weak. And I feel like a lot of you feel like if you have told others that obviously everything's fine, everything's working out, then obviously this could have... I feel that the angels are telling me that this has affected perhaps the advancement of certain things. So perhaps it feels to me that not necessarily that you have lied or that you haven't been completely honest. It's the fact of you don't want to make yourself look vulnerable to people who are perhaps in a better position in life. And I get this feeling, but the problem is with this is that if for instance you've been struggling with finances and stuff for a while, or you've been stuck in a job that you're not content with, or your home's not the way that you like it, or you know, the way that you would want it to be, then you will draw more negative things to you, because unfortunately this is quite a negative feeling and thoughts to be having. So the more likely you're going to be drawing this negativity towards you. So it's not going to be very helpful, obviously, and I don't feel like it has been very helpful for you with this attitude. So perhaps your base chakra is blocked. Perhaps that there's maybe a time now where you need to sort of think about what you're feeling, what about you're thinking, because I believe, and I'm a very strong believer, that your thoughts and your feelings do determine your outcome in life. I really do. We have take action. So perhaps for some of you that a new job opportunity has come forward, or that you are planning on a move perhaps. I'm getting this sense. But you're a little skeptical perhaps. You're a little bit concerned about all of the facts, and you're a bit unsure whether you will really love this job or enjoy this new home, because you feel like there's something necessarily not quite right perhaps. But I feel like the angels are telling you that this is a fear-based sort of theory, that you are perfectly safe. You've been in this situation that has bring you like probably quite a lot of stress. I feel like there's been a lot of stress revolving around money and, you know, and things like that. So I feel like the angels are saying, obviously, if you don't step forward as such, and you don't plan ahead, how are you going to get yourself out of this situation? Because I feel like, Aries, you're a little bit stuck, and I feel this with your energies, well, through the cards today. So okay, so we have Haniel for courage. Now, I know you, Aries, you're very, very, very brave. You're very, very strong individuals. And I feel like Haniel's here to tell you that maybe you've lost sight of that a little bit. Maybe you have been a little bit more withheld, and you've been trying to guard yourself because you don't want to be perceived weak, perhaps, from the impression I get from the cards today. But I feel like Haniel's here, and he will guide you, Aries, and I feel like he's here to tell you that you are fine. You know, you are stronger than you believe you are right now, and you know this deep within you somewhere, that you are definitely stronger than you are letting on maybe to other people. Okay, let's move on to the next card. If I can't at the moment. I keep on I can't keep on getting the cards for some reason at the moment. Right. Okay, so the next card is, we have the Six of Raphael. So perhaps there's some healing that needs to be made. So obviously this card to me is, obviously, it's the embrace your inner child card, and obviously new friends or rekindled relationships and children or childhood. So perhaps someone from the past has either come back or is going to come back to you this month. And I feel like this is going to stir up some emotions and some deep thoughts and contemplation to you, Aries. I really, really do. I get the sense that perhaps everything has been so stressful, and I feel like the angels are telling you that you need to sort of just take a step back, perhaps, and you need to sort of embrace, you know, your inner child. So go out and have some fun, do things that you used to do as a child, perhaps. You know, or be around other children. Other children, I believe, are always, well, children, I always believe, can teach people things. And I feel like perhaps you can have some beneficial help from being around children. This might heal you and might be able to think more clearly, perhaps, about things that are going on in your life at the moment, Aries. Okay, so then we have ask for a sign. So when I feel like, obviously, this is quite a self-explanatory card, however, I feel like to some people that this card may may not actually be as simple as it appears. I feel like, Aries, that you may have been like screaming out to God, to the angels, or to the universe perhaps, that things are not working. You want things to change, but you don't know how to change them. And I feel like perhaps in the past that you felt like this hasn't worked, or you feel like this hasn't like solved anything perhaps. But I feel like now the angels are saying that perhaps you wasn't paying attention, you wasn't listening, or you wasn't watching the world around you, because I believe that there are signs everywhere. I always do. I always believe that there are signs everywhere, Aries. And I feel like now that the angels are coming forth to tell you, especially Raphael, and Haniel that have come forth, and Ariel that came forth earlier, I feel like that they are coming to tell you that maybe take yourself to, I don't know, a park perhaps, as we had children here. You know, take your niece, take your nephew out perhaps, or babysit or something, and take your children to a park. I feel like then you can sort of, or be by yourself in nature, and then you can sort of ask for a sign when you're outside, because even to the smallest thing of, like, you might see a white feather on the ground, this could indicate an angel is near, you know. I feel like the smaller things in life, like the signs that are smaller, are the more powerful signs. And I strongly feel this. And I feel like this is what might happen to you, Aries, this month. I feel like there's going to be a lot of small little signs for you to pick up. Okay, so now we've got the blue, so for the communication and in the truth. So I feel like you may be not being honest, obviously, with yourself, perhaps. Perhaps there's something in your life at the moment that you either really, really enjoy, but you're hiding it to yourself, or that you're pretending to enjoy something that doesn't really serve you, isn't really helping you with your development in this lifetime. Or it could be the fact of there's a lot of an emotional problems perhaps with a loved one, with a relationship, with someone that you care about very, very deeply. Perhaps I get the feeling that perhaps you've had some arguments perhaps, and that you need to solve some form of issue with this partner or this friend perhaps. Come back to this, I feel like there's more to this card, but not right now. So now I have visualized success. So of course, you know, I am a firm believer that obviously if you visualize things inside your head, like with your second sight, then, you know, if you see yourself doing well in a situation, and you have faith in a positive outcome, then it's sort of like the law of attraction, that the more you think positively, the more positive things are then going to happen to you. And I feel like this is definitely the month for this sort of thing. And I feel like that it's your time to shine, Aries. And I feel like, Aries, that you are definitely ready to, you know, conquer the world as such. So then, next card is peaceful resolution. So I've had this card actually a few times actually with other signs already, but I feel like that with a few of these cards. I've had a few of these cards with other signs, so it's very interesting. But with you, Aries, peaceful resolution. You know, I feel like that because we've also had the friendship card as well. I feel like obviously there's been an issue. There's been some problems that in your social life that needs to be resolved. And I feel like this month, Aries, that you will have the perfect opportunity to resolve these issues if that is what you would like. I feel though that it would be highly beneficial if you did do this. But obviously don't do anything you don't feel comfortable with, don't do anything you don't want to do. You know, I'm not saying that at all. You know, I'm not saying do this because, you know, bad things are going to happen. No, I don't mean that at all. I feel like that it would be wise for you to do this. However, if you don't feel comfortable, you don't believe this suits you or serves you in any way, then don't do it. That's fine. We've got Gabriel for benediction. Okay. Now, Gabriel is obviously associated with a lot of different things, and obviously Gabriel's the like an archangel that's very, very, very famous, and a lot of people know who Archangel Gabriel is. I feel like this is going to be quite a creative month. I'm getting creativity flowing from this card, and I feel like that if some of you are perhaps in the performing arts, perhaps, or in the arts of some description, that this feels like, yeah, definitely this could go with obviously what the Ariel was trying to forward for you, is that obviously you might get a call back, you might get an audition, you might get some form of recognition for your talents this month. And I feel like Gabriel here is telling you that don't give up. There is more good things to come, and you'll be ready to shine. And I feel this very, very strongly here. I also feel like Gabriel's telling you that if for instance you're not happy with certain things, like for instance obviously there's this compassionate relationship or friendship that needs to be resolved, perhaps, that if you're not comfortable with if you're not comfortable with the idea of resolving the issue because you deem that the other person is completely in the wrong, then maybe be creative about the approach that you make. I get this sense that Gabriel's coming through to try and tell you, Aries, that maybe you have to look at sort of different ways and creatively think of new ways to sort of resolve this issue. And the answer may not be as obvious as it seems. So there might be a small sign that the angels will give you that then will be able to solve this problem that you are having. We have the Queen of Ariel, okay, and this character traits here of mature, practical, generous, and happy. So you could be dealing with someone that is much older than you, like a parent perhaps, and you've been having some issues perhaps with your parent or parents, and maybe they don't see things the way that you see them, and you're getting really annoyed because you just want to be able to share your experience, your life, you know, what's going on with you at the moment. You know, you've had some troubles perhaps, and now you may be having so many opportunities. But I get a sense of some Aries that someone close to you, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a parent, it could be a brother, it could be a sister, it could even be a close friend, or someone that you feel is family, hasn't been giving you the type of recognition that perhaps you would like. I feel very, very strongly on this one, that's the message here. Obviously, the Queen of Ariels, obviously, nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful and practical and wise advice. So perhaps someone can give you some advice on some of the issues that you've been having recently, and someone can help you understand things a bit better and sort of help you direct your life in a different way. I get this sense. I also feel like obviously there may be some issues going on with your family or your friends at the moment, and that you need to you feel obligated to help. There's nothing wrong with helping others. I am all for helping others. I believe that helping others makes the world go round. However, it's good to not add that obviously don't help others too much that you're not helping yourself, because it's very important that you have a balance here, and that your energy is not being sucked from you. I get this sense. Okay, let's move on. Apologise. So I feel like obviously I'm getting this feeling again with family, perhaps, that there's been an issue to do with family. And there needs to be an apology made. So perhaps obviously, as I know obviously I said about peaceful resolution earlier for the other issue. However, I feel this applies again for the apologise card. I feel like that if you need to apologise to somebody for acting a certain way, saying something or doing something that someone else has taken offence to, or someone needs to apologise to you. I get this sense, and I feel like the angels are telling you that this is a very high possibility this month. This could happen, and that you know, that there are answers, there are ways to solve issues this month for you, Aries. I feel very, very strongly on this one. We have the fire opal for sensuality and confidence. Now, I feel always with the fire opal, this is to do with sexuality and, you know, passion. And obviously fire anyway. I get the fire energy. And obviously, Aries, you are a fire sign. So, for some of you, I'm not saying all of you, because I never address everyone who is an Aries at the same time. I feel like some of you, Aries, that perhaps you've come a little bit on too strong to someone. That's why I feel that the apologise card is right next door, sort of thing. Maybe you've come a little bit too strong. You really like this person, but this person's sort of a little bit weak, like not weak, but I feel like you sense that maybe they're a bit weaker than you. They're more sensitive than you. And I feel like that perhaps you've come a little on too strong. Perhaps you really like this person, and this person sort of backed away a little bit because they're a bit intimidated, perhaps. I get this sense, and I feel like there's some really strong like sexual attraction here, or some strong emotional, you know, love sort of connection here with this person. So I feel like the angels are telling you to, you know, be more sensual about your approach. Be more sort of understanding of their needs, perhaps. And I feel like this will give you more confidence and more sort of self-awareness and sort of understanding yourself. But if you have upset somebody, or if this situation feels like you, then as the angels have brought forward the apologise card, then perhaps there needs to be an apology made. I also feel that obviously communication is very vital here. I feel like that there may have been some mixed communication. You may have got the wrong end of the stick. They may have got the wrong end of the stick. And it's very, very wise to solve this issue. I feel very, very, very strongly on this one. The next card we got, have you asked your angels for help with this? Now, when this card comes up, it's very obvious to me that you may have been ignoring the signs of the universe or the angels' blessings and, you know, miracles that are happening in your life. And with obviously this situation that's going on about is obviously this card obviously implies that your angels want to help you with the situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will choices. Now, of course, everything that people do, you have a great gift on this planet of free will. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. However, there are certain things, like especially when you open yourself up spiritually, that if you're not sure what to do, then perhaps go to the angel, or go to the deity, or, you know, go to a spiritual team, or your guides, or anything else that you personally believe in. Perhaps go to see if they can give you some help. And I believe then once you do this, then more doors and more opportunities will open for you, Aries, especially this month. I feel very, very strongly on this one. Meditation brings answers. Now, of course, you know, some of you could meditate, you know. I feel like with meditation now, obviously it helps with deep reflection. You'll be able to solve issues this way. You can make yourself feel 100 times better. It's also a way of being able to communicate with the divine, with the angels, with, you know, past loved ones, if you're a medium perhaps, and, you know, and different avenues, you know. I feel like obviously meditation will give you a lot of answers this month, and I feel like if obviously you can close your thoughts and sort of just breathe deeply and sort of maybe go out into nature, sit down and sort of soak nature in and sort of feel the earth. You know, I feel like meditation will definitely help you this month. Gabriel wants to come back again for balance. Now, I feel like obviously with Gabriel here telling you to be more balanced, perhaps, is that things seem a little bit all over the place, and I get this a lot with all throughout this reading. Things have seemed a bit scattered, And I feel like I'm very scattered telling you what I'm feeling. It's because that it's a very, very scattered reading. And when obviously there's a reading that is very, very scattered, it means that there's an awful lot that is going on a subconscious level. And Gabriel's here, I feel, to sort of balance things. So perhaps if there has been friends, or there has been a loved one perhaps that has really annoyed you, and that you feel like you need to sort of make the situation correct, or they need to make the situation correct, then I feel that Gabriel's here trying to tell you that maybe take more of a balanced approach. Look at both sides. You may feel one way, they may feel a different way, and it's important to know this, and it's important to understand this, because I feel like there's some mixed communication going on. Very much so. I think this is your reading, Aries. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I can pick up. Okay, obviously Haniel came forward earlier with the Courage card. And now, because obviously we had the Fire Opal here, and I sensed coming on too strong perhaps, maybe that your self-esteem has been a bit, you know, a bit sort of down. And there's some issues here that I feel like Haniel's trying to tell you guys that, you know, you are naturally a fearless warrior. You know, Aries, you're the leader of the zodiac. You know, you're natural born leaders. And I feel like somebody has sort of made you feel insignificant, and made you feel very, very, very sort of closed off. And I feel like the angels are telling you, be your true self, you know, especially as I feel like you go into nature, you know, think about what you're feeling, think about what you're thinking, try and think more positively, you know, heal some friendship problems, maybe family issues. You know, I feel like this month you've definitely got a chance for a new career, a new job, or a promotion. And I feel like your finances at the end of the month are going to be like, you're going to reap the rewards, you know. But I feel like at the beginning of the month even, that you're going to have to sort of sow those seeds to success. So then by the middle of the month, things will sort of go a little bit more crazy, but you know, enjoy it, because you're going to be more childlike, in that I feel like that you're going to have more optimism perhaps. So then by the end of the month, you know, I feel like things will be resolved. You would have been more spiritual perhaps in certain areas, and I feel like this will definitely resolve issues. Okay. Now, I normally do my readings, that's why I do say it like this. Do my readings like this, and it normally works like this, and it goes beginning, middle, and end of the month. And I feel like this reading, it was definitely beginning, middle, and end. However, with certain readings, the angels wish to sort of give a different message, give a different way of looking at the cards, and that is cool. But it's completely up to the angels how they wish to give the information to you guys. I just go with whatever I'm given, and then I sort of relay the messages that I hear, or I sense, or I feel. So I hope this really helps you, Aries. I really do, because I feel like there's been some proper issues going on, that now is the time where you can sort of, you know, take off your hat and be more relaxed. I feel that's the energy. But obviously, if you feel like you've had too much, then please take a step back, because as I said, I feel very, very scattered as I'm doing your reading. That's the energy I'm getting really, really strongly from your cards this month. And I feel like that if you are generally so scattered and your brain's sort of a mess, that it would be good to sort of sit maybe in nature, as I keep on referring back to it. Go and sit in nature and sort of soak in the earth and soak in the atmosphere. And I feel like even if you started meditation, perhaps that this would definitely help clear your mind, and it will give you some peaceful resolutions with an awful lot of things. Right, I think that's it. I'm Indigo Warrior, and I'm very new to the whole reading business online, but I hope that obviously this really helped, but I understand that I'm not going to be for everyone. And obviously, if you didn't feel like there was a message in here for you, then do not worry, because, you know, maybe next month there'll be more of a message that'll come through for you. But obviously, if for instance there wasn't a message, don't make a message fit you because you feel like you need a message to fit you. I feel like that's not the case, and definitely not. That's definitely not the case, if you know what I mean. If a message does not fit you, then I apologise, it doesn't fit you. But please, please, please do not make it fit you. But obviously, if you did enjoy my reading and you did think it helped, then please subscribe to my channel, so then next month you can get your video next as soon as it comes out. If you feel like other people would benefit from my readings that are like this, every reading I do is very, very different from the last one. It feels very, very different. But if you feel like someone else could benefit from one of my readings, then please share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with other people, you know. But yeah, no, I feel like that's everything, Aries, and I hope you have a great month, and blessings to you. Bye bye, and I'll see you next month.